Senate has passed key amendments to the Procurement Act aimed at improving efficiency and increasing competition. The government says the reform aligns with the administration's push to reduce bureaucracy and corruption, citing the Spark program as an example. Courtney Lewis reports.
The government is touting its rapid progress in the multi-billion-dollar Spark Road Rehabilitation Program as part of its efforts to reduce bureaucracy. The high praises come as the Senate passed a bill amending the Procurement Act to eliminate sector committees, introduce emergency procurement provisions, and enhance competition in bidding.
What obtained in the case of Spark, Mr. President, demonstrates, and it demonstrates in no uncertain terms, that we have the requisite capacity to undertake procurement procedures and deliver projects in a reasonable time frame once we muster up the resolve and fixity of purpose so to do.
Just a few months ago, the Prime Minister pledged to reduce red tape and fast-track government processes, launching a task force called SPEED to reduce costs for businesses. While critics argued less bureaucracy may open doors for corruption, government senators believe the real monster was inefficiency.
The greatest error that we have made in this country is to believe that by fighting corruption, we increase efficiency. What we should have been doing is fighting inefficiency, and that will reduce corruption.
Senator Morgan echoed sentiments previously shared by the Prime Minister. The opposition was on board with the amendments, noting the introduction of competition in public procurement is also an important objective.
But I think we also want to do it to level the playing field, promote competition, allow small and medium players to become medium and large players over time. Whereas if we have a system that is so prohibitive or so restrictive by whatever means, whether by regulation or by edict, that it is only the entrenched players in the system who can meet the requirements.
Senator Bunting went further, noting that increased competition means consumers can benefit from improved pricing.
If the government acts to consolidate and maintain duopoly or oligopoly, chances are it will remain. If the government deliberately tries to encourage competition and expand the market and lift up the smaller and medium players and ensure that you get, instead of oligopolistic or duopolistic competition, which is not real competition, you move closer to true competition, where you have many competent players of a reasonable size.
Courtney Lewis for CVM News.
Jamaica's 13th former ambassador to the United States, Audrey Marks, has been sworn into the upper house. Marks served as the first female ambassador and permanent representative in the Organization of American States. The Paymaster founder says she's ready to go.
It's a special pleasure and an inspiration for me to be here with you today, because I've seen where so many of you, despite having full-time jobs otherwise, made the time and the sacrifice to be here in the Senate to serve our country. And it has inspired me to know that this is something that I can join you in doing. I think we're at a pivotal point in our country. A strong foundation has been laid. And now as we pivot for growth, it's a time that I'm excited to join you in looking at how we can support an infrastructure of legislation to drive growth and drive our economy forward. And I hope to use all that I've learned over the years, all my experience and qualifications, to support this, to serve in this chamber.